supermarkets appear to be losing ground with younger shoppers. According to Grocery Dive, traditional supermarkets are falling out of favor with younger generations, with people in those cohorts increasingly turning to discount retailers to buy groceries, according to survey data published Tuesday by the Feedback Group. Gen Zers, millennials, and Gen Xers, yes, shout out to all those Gen Xers out there, are most partial to Walmart, with more than a fifth of people in each of those groups who participated in a poll the research firm fielded this spring, saying they most recently shopped for food at the mass retailer. Those generations also showed a preference for Aldi, with Gen Zers especially likely to have made their latest grocery shopping trip at that chain. 22% of shoppers in that group shop for groceries most recently at Aldi, the same proportion that did so at Walmart. While supermarkets might be losing ground with younger shoppers, they remain popular with older consumers, the survey found. I love how the survey said older consumers. 28% of baby boomers and 31% of people in the silent generation. We got to come up with a better name for that generation than the silent generation. Well, they said they shop for groceries most recently at a supermarket ahead of other formats. Walmart came in at number 2 among members of both baby boomers and the silent generation, well ahead of Aldi. Chad, what advice would you have for regional grocers as they appear to be losing share with the younger generations, but still attracting boomers and the silent generation?
I'm not sure, first of all, where I fall into all of this. In generation. Wait, what are we calling me again? I don't know.
I know, right?
Um, I love when predictive data starts to actually play out in the market. And what I mean by that
Yeah.
is we can go back, shameless plug, but we can go back to some of the learnings of
Yep.
within our A&M consumer and retail group. We do a semi-annual consumer sentiment survey. And we look at these sort of buying trends and look at all kinds of different spreads and segments of the population, household income, and there's a lot of generational preferences that have popped when it came to grocery over our past couple surveys. So, on the whole, younger grocery consumers are more price sensitive, and they're more likely to look and try out different products and assortments. They have a particularly high confidence in private label. They're interested in quality of goods, but they're the ones who disproportionately see a quality boost in store brands. So that trade-off for the better price isn't as significant to them because they feel like they're getting quality. And about half say they're likely or very likely to try new brands that they see, especially when they provide better for you health benefits. That's the playbook, right? And like these are the areas that Walmart and Aldi are winning at, right? Discount prices, high private
Yep.
label penetration with good quality that they invest in, healthy assortment options. And this is where we can see that, many regional grocers are falling behind. So look no further to the data and preference and purchase drivers of these generations, and the playbook is laid out in front of you.
Yeah, Chad, I'll give you another plug because in addition to your consumer sentiment survey, you guys also released a report on space planning, which
Mhm.
I got thinking about in regards to this conversation too. And so, to answer the question from that perspective, in terms of the advice that I personally would give to the regional grocers would be, and I got it from talking to your team about that report, is you got to map out your current strengths and weaknesses. Know, as a grocer, and you got to do it by category, and then you have to ask yourself the hard question of how are those categories going to be trending 5 to 10 years out, and placing bets again on which trends you think are going to be most impactful against your overall value proposition. Is it going to be e-commerce? Is it going to be fresh food? Is it going to be food as medicine as the trend? And you need to get to work. You need to get to work designing your in-store experience and your digital experience, not just for today, because I feel like a lot of people are just designing both those experiences for today. You got to be designing it 5 to 10 years out. That's what I think. And that's why Walmart's killing it on both ends. They're killing it with the younger shoppers and the high income demo, which is why they're so strong right now. But I don't know, David, anything you'd add here?
Yeah, the only thing I'd add is I think where you were going, Chris, is that I actually think that they're just a better experience, right? Like if I, if
Right.
I just think about like
Got to amplify that.
the 3 or 4 options that I have here in my little hometown of Truckee, California. We have a Raley's One Market, which was the first Raley's One Market, which is an amazing experience. We have a brand new grocery outlet, which is a way better experience than the Safeway that is right across the street, and it's better prices, etc.
Right.
So, why wouldn't I go shop at some place that has a better experience and lower prices? I mean, it as Chad said, it's simple data, and the data's playing out.
Yeah, and all the data we're seeing is converging to this answer, this eventual thing. Like we saw a report yesterday on just e-commerce and who's gaining the share in e-commerce that Mercatus put out, and it was saying the same thing. The same people are winning. Walmart, Aldi got highlighted in that too. And close us out here. What are your thoughts?
I think price is the biggest concern. Like, I think you have to be making sure that you're investing to make sure that your pricing is competitive in those areas. And the second thing I would say is content creation. Like, I think that even though you're a regional grocer, I think it's important to be thinking about how you're finding those new consumers and connecting with them. And I think of, creating video or creating other types of engaging content that will show up in some of the places where Gen Z is too, because they don't know about you. Like, unless, Walmart, Target, Amazon, like, these people are investing in creating content, capturing interest, sending out recipes,
Right.
saying we have the trending product that you're talking about on TikTok. Like, they're investing in those areas, and there are partners that I think these regional grocers can find to help do that. So that they remain relevant, because like you said, then the research showed they're having this consistent audience across boomers and even some older Gen Xers, but that's going to go by the wayside. So I'd be invested in how am I creating content so that I show up for these audiences that are coming into the market in the places that they're spending the most time.
That's a great point. It calls to mind, what was it? Was it Stop and Shop that was doing the kiosks for the mobile couponing in store? And like, who's your muse as you're designing this? Is it the silent generation that's probably likely to use that kiosk, or are you putting your resources towards what you're going to be in the future and what you want to be? That's a great point, Ann.